Yeah?
Yeah, it's recording.
Alright, this is a typical situation you run into in the woods. This is where a lot of people get hurt. It's when you've got a tree or branch that's hung up and there's a lot of energy stored in this branch, not necessarily just because it's bent, but just the weight of it itself is a fairly heavy piece even though it's fairly small. What'll happen is when you start to cut it, if you cut it from the top, what'll happen is it'll try and you're making your cut like this, and what'll happen is it'll actually, when it starts to break, it'll start to pinch like this. It'll pinch your saw bar. What'll happen then is you either get stuck with your saw bar half in the tree, and then you're pretty much screwed because your saw is stuck and you can't get it out. Or what'll happen is it'll try and pinch your chain, and your chain will feed out like this. So if you have your leg here or something, what'll happen is the chain will actually feed out into your leg, or sometimes it'll come out and it'll kick up. You just gotta be really careful with that. That's not too hard to understand. The other one is you need a fairly clear area that if anything happens, you can just leave your saw and go if it starts to come down, or you've got another one hanging off of it and it starts to fall on you. So a lot of people fail to clear their work area. So whenever I'm going to cut right here, I'm going to make sure this branch is out of the way. I'm going to cut off these little branches here, and I'll show you how to protect yourself while you're cutting off the branches. For example, if I'm going to cut this one, what I can do is I can have my leg on this side of the tree, so when I'm cutting, if anything happens, the bar will just hit the tree, it won't feed into my leg. Let's just go through that right now. My saw will start again. Barrier. So I'll cut this one off here. Get it out of my work area. I've still got a nice big open space. Now I'll climb over onto the other side. That way I'm still using the tree as a barrier as a saw guide. Right now, the weight of the tree wants to go down. So if I start to cut right here, I'll start to pinch in, grab my bar. So I only want to cut about 3/4 of the way, halfway, 3/4 of the way. You see the tree start to pinch my bar. And that's when I'll pull it out. So I just opened up a gap here, see what will happen. Just watch it come through. Right now I want to stop. I've got my knee under just to help take the weight off. And I'm just going to run my saw and pull out. This. And then I'm going to come from underneath cut the rest of it from underneath. The other big thing to watch is if you're going to do something like that, I've already made sure that there's enough branches tangled up that it's not going to slide down out and get my legs, because that'll definitely break your leg. So you just got to watch. And then from here, I'll make another cut, get most of the weight out, and then I'll work on these little branches to get the top of it out.